Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes, through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Our star shines everywhere. We brave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by your anointed might. Biafra, shining
A minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them, and our heroes that are living, we celebrate them as well. Our heroes that are fighting behind bars, we celebrate them as well. And we keep on fighting until Biafra is fully restored. He said, he said, he said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some of you, Biafrans, depending on where you're watching us from. And this is an emergency Brgie cabinet briefing to the Biafran people. And without wasting much of our time, I'll call on the APM to take the stage. Honorable APM.
Yes, Minister of Information.
You're welcome on stage, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mr. of Information. Thank you. And Biafran people, greeting from here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. I bring a warm greeting to everyone, no matter where you are. We remember our heroes, heroines, and our allies, and everyone working for this great purpose for us to achieve our freedom. And we are also glad and delighted with the news flying today from Washington, D.C. Because Nigeria is a shithole country, a country that must be dissolved, disintegrated from the very foundation in the country. It's a mere created by the British government, like it's a essence for them, where they come and make us dry. But we must be free. It didn't work out, it didn't work out. So the great news from Washington, D.C., I believe that will make some of us, some Biafrans, to calm down no matter the circumstances we find ourselves. Because at last, Nigeria is back to where she belongs. Nigeria belongs to the shithole terrorist country, and as they have been designated as country of particular concern or country that persecute Christian. So for those that don't believe in one Nigeria, exit from Nigeria, just like the Biafran people, we have chosen our fate to exit. And that's one of the reasons why we are fighting, doing everything we can to hold anyone accountable who have come away to disrupt our freedom or to sabotage this movement, of which that will continue. Just in a few days, we see what is trending on the social media about the lawsuit that the Biafra Republic government initiated, of which we sue Ngozi and her government, the Chambo parallel government set up. So for that reason, I think I'm going to allow Minister of Information, Honorable Sonia Power, to read out the memo, and this memo will be out after this press briefing, so that every Biafran will have access to it and go through it thoroughly. And we also want to ensure everyone that it's never too late. Anyone who try to sabotage this great movement must be held accountable. Thank you, Minister of Information. You can go ahead and read out this memo. Thanks.
Biafran people who have joined us from all over the globe. In a like manner, I celebrate the victory that is coming out from the capital, where we gathered to open the key. We opened the key, and then Nigerians and Christians that have been massacred for years, they now have hope, and that hope that they had ever waited for, which no one could pave way for them, has come. So kudos to BRGI and to all Biafrans that have made this happen. History has come to stay again, and we will celebrate in a grand style. But we are here to deliver a message, just like our APM said, and let me go straight to the message. Please, I will be reading the memo, and then I wouldn't display it on the screen, but later on, we will post out the memo so you can go through it and have it saved inside your phone. So here we go. Biafra Republic Government in Exile Headquarters, Ministry of Information, Media and Communications, October 31st, 2025. Statement by Biafra Republic Government in Exile regarding lawsuit against Ngozi Orabueze. The Biafra Republic Government in Exile announces that its lawsuit against Ngozi Orabueze and her co-defendant has been dismissed due to the direct instructions of Simon Ekpa from detention. BRGI had initiated a federal lawsuit against Ms. Orabueze and her co-conspirators in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia in Washington, D.C. on May 29, 2025. Mr. Ekpa expressed his objection towards BRGI's lawsuit against Ngozi Orabueze and has successfully taken actions to block the lawsuit from prison. Against the advice of Mr. Dabiri and BRGI's lobbying firm, and over the objections of the acting Prime Minister, Okechukwu Nkere, and BRGI's cabinet, and Biafra people bearing the scars of Ms. Orabueze's damages to BRGI and Biafra restoration since Mr. Ekpa was detained. Mr. Ekpa has been actively working against BRGI's lawsuit for the past several weeks, while the BRGI bylaws state that BRGI cabinet has the right to replace the Prime Minister after 3 months of incarceration. The BRGI cabinet never did so out of respect to Mr. Ekpa and acknowledging the emotional attachment many Biafrans feel towards him, because Mr. Ekpa still retains his position as Prime Minister. Even though he is incarcerated, he has the legal right to assert his authority to undermine the lawsuit indefinitely. As long as BRGIA keeps Mr. Ekpa in his position in the government while in prison, if the status quo is allowed to continue, BRGIA going forward will remain undermined in decision making and delay the way forward in the restoration and recognition of Biafra in the United States of America. The international community cannot work with someone in prison and under duress for recognition to be achieved. Mr. Ekpa relayed to BRGI Acting Prime Minister Okechukwu Nkere that he does not believe Biafrans have the right to sue Biafrans, ignoring the fact that Biafran saboteurs put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he is today. Mr. Ekpa also ignores that Biafran saboteurs submitted a petition to Finland government in collaboration with Nigerian government, which helped lead to his arrest. Mr. Ekpa vowed he will derail any attempt by BRGI to hold saboteurs accountable and will block BRGI from filing any lawsuit against saboteurs. Furthermore, Mr. Ekpa relayed that he wants Biafrans to know that he is personally stopping the lawsuit against Ngozi Orabueze for Ms. Orabueze's benefit. His position advocating dismissal of the lawsuit is reflected in the notice of dismissal and court records. Mr. Ekpa responded that he doesn't care what Biafrans think. When several BRGI officials warned Mr. Ekpa on multiple occasions that Biafrans will be dissatisfied with him in mass should it be revealed that he worked against the lawsuit and took the side of Ms. Orabueze. Mr. Ekpa revealed that he indeed is doing this for Ms. Orabueze, not minding what her sabotages has caused to Biafrans lately, who act as an agent of chaos. However, Mr. Ekpa privately acknowledged to BRGI officials in the beginning of the year that he knew of Ms. Orabueze's wrongdoings and affirmed that Ms. Orabueze is not working for Biafra interests. And at that time, he encouraged BRGI officials to take action against Ms. Orabueze. Earlier in 2025, Mr. Ekpa sent a message to Ms. Orabueze to disappear from the social media, especially Twitter X, because of what she was posting on social media with his names, signatures, official letterhead, and faking of his official stamps, which were implicating him in his ongoing case in Finland. Mr. Ekpa had also disowned Ms. Orabueze's group when he realized her misconduct. As such, Mr. Ekpa has either been playing a double game or is incoherently contradicting himself or deceiving Biafrans at this time. Mr. Ekpa, learning that the breakaway groups were collapsing under the weight of the litigation, and BRGIA, regaining momentum after the chaos of the past year, became resentful and has engaged in a desperate ploy to save Ms. Orabueze in order to have reignite chaos in the Biafra government. Mr. Ekpa, in working against BRGI's lawsuit and assisting Ms. Orabueze, a widely looted figure whose purpose is to ridicule the Biafra government with her absurd and unserious behavior, has committed political suicide. Mr. Ekpa, in the estimation of many Biafrans, in this one action, has completely disappointed Biafrans by changing the goalpost because it involves Ngozi Orabueze. Though he has acknowledged of all sabotages of this particular woman, Mr. Ekpa's sabotage is both disgraceful and despicable, and Biafrans are starting to wonder if Mr. Ekpa is putting his personal interest and Ms. Orabueze over that of Biafra. In the best scenario, Mr. Ekpa's deranged and erratic actions are a result of being under pressure by the Finnish authorities. Pressure of a trial, his own personal interest during the appeal of his conviction, and mental instability, non-composed mentis, or in the worst case scenario, Mr. Ekpa purposely betrayed BRGI due to selfish and economical reasons. In either case, Mr. Ekpa's suitability as a leader and loyalty to BRGI and the Biafran movement is now in question if it is about Orabueze and him, or if it is about Biafran people. BRGI wishes to ask Mr. Ekpa to show us any evidences of progress that Ms. Orabueze has achieved for Biafra people since after convention. Ms. Orabueze sabotaged the Biafra Defense Forces, including brandished them criminals and fraudulent. Ms. Orabueze sabotaged the IOU loan, telling them that IOU loan is now a scam. Mr. Ekpa with the entire cabinet of BRGIA, including same Ms. Orabueze, had guaranteed Biafrans of their IOU loan, hoping to be rewarded accordingly when Biafra is fully achieved. And now, seeing Ekpa supporting Ms. Orabueze on labeling the same IOU a scam is questionable to all Biafrans. Ms. Orabueze hijacked Biafra database website with all Biafra citizens' data, and now they are now illegally auctioning the database for over $10,000. Ms. Orabueze is printing fake identity cards for Biafrans, having modified the system which the Biafra database system were pre-designed. Ms. Orabueze now leaks out Biafrans' identity cards and information on social media, which Biafrans are asking if this is what our PM had promised Biafrans to do with their information on the database by leaking them out on social media under the supervision of Orabueze. This is betrayal to the Biafran people having imposed confidence on him. Ms. Orabueze now also officially has recruited known saboteur Ebobagu, as well as posting out names and bank accounts of Biafrans in Nigeria with the code name Taj Bank, which caused some Biafrans to be trailed by Nigerian government. And the examples are there on the media about Nduka Ebele, which no one knows his whereabouts till today, and some other person in Asian state, and many more which you all know. If Mr. Ekpa sees nothing wrong with the above-mentioned but few, then we Biafrans, bearing the scars of what Ms. Orabueze has done in the absence of Mr. Ekpa, should remind Mr. Ekpa that he stopped taking orders from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS prison when he realized that decisions coming from there weren't favorable to the Biafran people. And we Biafrans at this time reserve the right to do so and same now. In early January 2025, Mr. Ekpa urged all Biafrans to return to the original BRGIE that gave birth to our independence, and also urged BRGIE to do everything to stop Ms. Orabueze from destroying BRGIE completely, having known that it is on that pinnacle that we are speaking in Washington, D.C. for his release and for the sanctions on Nigeria and Finland because of kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and imprisoning him respectively. Seeing Mr. Ekpa reverse himself and align with Ms. Orabweze is completely unacceptable now. This is a very serious matter, and as such, the BRGI cabinet will have several emergency meetings to thoughtfully approach this matter. The BRGI cabinet will then announce its decisions and next steps to the Biafran public at the appropriate time. The Biafran public should be assured that BRGI cabinet strongly believe in our litigation against Ngozi Orabweze and our co-conspirators. And we are committed to holding Ms. Orabweze and all saboteurs to account. This is simply a temporary inconvenience. BRGI will not tolerate anyone in BRGIA being a stumble block to our goal of achieving Biafra. And at a time when BRGI's political support in Washington, D.C. is raising so much dust and reaching unprecedented height, and the US government is pressuring the government of Nigeria over its persecution of Christians and Biafrans. And thanks to God, today we got the news that the food we have been cooking in Washington, D.C. has finally given birth, and Nigeria are crying. The US government has designated Nigeria as country of particular concern, having considered all the petitions and everything, the testimony, the congressional briefing that BRGIA have put in and other efforts from the lawmakers. We can celebrate today. This is not the time to get entangled with internal issues. This is the time to seize upon our momentum of victory. For the past 2 decades, the Biafra movement has been paralyzed with infighting, sabotage, mismanagement, and complete dysfunction. It happened to Ojukwu and Philip Effiong. It happened to Wazirike. It happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And it also has happened to our PM. BRGIE is committed, exercising strong leadership, which will put to a complete end to all sabotages and dysfunction in the Biafra movement once and for all, which will enable us to quickly obtain our goal of freedom. Thank you so much, Biafran people. And at this point, I return the mic to the APM of BRGI. They word to the people of Biafra and to all lovers of freedom.
Thank you very much, Minister of Information, Honorable Sonny Aparawa. Biafran people, I don't want to be in a bad mood. And I pray you find a place in your heart as well, not to be in a bad mood. Don't let this temporary setback distract you. And I have 1 or 2 more words to say. I will want the Minister of Information, please, the crime of this Nigerian terrorist state, how they been working on paying a lobby in Washington, D.C. to counter our own lobby. Can you please display it on the screen? I just want to use for educational purpose. I just want to pick 1 or 2 things from it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Why Minister of Information is doing that? I just want to remind every Biafran what we are fighting for is real. Biafra is here. For over 20 years, saboteurs have taken us for a ride. The time is over. Those saboteurs that are celebrating their evil victory is just a temporary setback. And when I war, are you ready what the Biafran people are cooking, can you finish when we dish you the food? I love what I'm doing. Likewise, these honorable members of the cabinet trust and admin and well meaningful Biafran people, they love what they are doing. They want their freedom, and we must be free. Now, the Nigerian terrorists coming, the evil empire that will soon be dissolved. They have put up 2.7 million to counter our lobby. My fellow citizens, how many lobbies do we have in Washington, D.C. fighting for the Biafran people? Last time I checked, last time we checked, we only have one lobbyist, the strategic group. The breakaway government, they don't have none. The second coup porters, BGC, BBC, CRC, PDP, group, led by a man, and Chioma and Madam Raf, Ajiri, and others, they don't have none. Who is making the Nigeria evil Islamic terrorist country cry? Repeat after me. It's B. G. Biafra government. It's BRO. GIE. It's BG. Biafra government. Not BGC. Not Biafra Governing Council. It's BG. Biafra government. Which is BROGIE. Biafra Republic Government in Ezra. If you are one of these government official or part of the movement, kudos to you. Be proud of yourself. No matter what they throw upon us, no matter what they do, we must overcome it. Remember what our leader Martin Luther King said. We have many mountains to climb. This setback is one of the mountains. Stop rejoicing. The fight is not over yet. Until it is over. Yesterday, Brgie, in attendance, of which I, Mazi Ogechuku Nkere, attended the Sea Park in Washington, D.C. Looking at my left side is this lady from the Parade government of Orabese. Ask her, did she know the mayor of her city name? She don't. Ask her, did she know the name of the Speaker of the United States of America? I bet you she will guess. As the leader of that group, last time I checked, when she saw a picture of me and the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, she asked, who is that man? For you to be able to lead this movement and have meeting with these wonderful men and women of the Congress of the United States of America, the leaders of the free world, you must know how things work. And remember, we are also now in era of politicking. You must know how it works. You must know how to dialogue, how to negotiate. Yes. Yesterday, when I look at my right, I'm like, What is she doing here? What did she know about government? What does she know about what is happening globally? She knows nothing. That is why we must do everything within our reach, within our power, to put an end and stop our saboteurs. So they will not come and destroy what you and I have worked for months, for years. Remember, over 5 million Biafrans have been massacred, killed. Over 3 million Biafrans have been starved to death. Remember, we are fighting for our survival. We are fighting to live. We have nowhere else to go. If we allow these Islamist, jihadist terrorists overrun our land, my fellow citizens, where will you go? Will you run to Amazonia, your sister country? Amazonia as well are fighting for their own survival from the hand of the Cameroons. Amazonia, do you think they have a place for you? Will you run to the Oduduwa Republic, the Southwest? The Southwest that hates you with passion. Even as I'm speaking, Biafrans in Southwest business are being destroyed. Homes are being razed down. Their houses have been demolished by the governor of the Yoruba Oduduwa people. In the name of one Nigeria, they are killing Biafrans. You go to the north. Will you run to the north? The same north where our businesses have been destroyed, home demolished. The same north where they are killing us every day. Only where we have to call our home is Biafra land. For that reason, we will fight with everything we have to make sure we totally liberate our land, to make sure we are who we are. We have our way of life. We have the God we worship. We worship Chukwu Okike Abiyama, Jehovah God. We are not Muslim, we are Christians. And we will not allow the Islamic jihadist terrorists to overrun us. All around the world, even in Europe, even in the same Britain, UK, whatever you call them, that are holding our freedom, then themselves are fighting for their own survival because the Islamic jihadist terrorists are here trying to take over their land as well. Saying they own Britain, they're taking over. Go to France, go to Netherlands, go to Italy. The Prime Minister of Italy is fighting harder like other countries in the European Union, fighting against the same jihadist terrorists. My fellow citizens, please, this is just a temporary setback. Don't be disturbed by this, we'll overcome it. Let us all rejoice and celebrate the victory coming from Washington, D.C. And let us also celebrate with our lobbyists and appreciate them and fund them more. Fund. Your money will help. We need your money. The Nigerian terrorist country, they are spending us in money-wise for them to be able to get as many lobbyists they can to counter what we are doing. That is why your money needs to work for you. Put your money in Brgie, in the hand of the Biafran government that is taking care of the lobbyists so they can keep making Nigeria cry. Thank you from here. And just be reassured, this is a temporary setback. When we will hit and more people will be part of it. Thank you. Ndewo.
Thank you, APM. Thank you, Biafran people, and everyone that had keyed into this emergency briefing of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Cabinet. And we look forward to seeing you celebrate in the spirit of the moment as we gain victory in Washington, D.C. every day. They say we know plenty, but yet we are doing wonders. I salute you all.